y'all. I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out. Before I get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and don't forget that we live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and you can also catch us live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And please join the channel for access to exclusive content. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams and the videos, and super thanks as well. And if you to help support the channel, so that way I have more time to make content for you guys. The more you support, the more time I get to spend making content for y'all. And also, if you want to debate in the TKO debate series, if there's a topic you want to do, hit me up, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let's get to the video though, man. Terence Crawford just did an interview on the Pivot podcast. Let's talk about it, bro. It was a very good interview. First, let's talk about, before we get to the boxing, right? Because there was a lot that said boxing-wise. We'll break this shit down into two parts. Let's talk about the real talk. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the real talk. You can't do anything but gain a level of respect for Terence Crawford as a man in terms of the way that he handled his family and the way that he handled the people that he cared about. You know what I mean? And he basically got a mentality of, you know, it's us and F everybody in the world. And obviously, my thoughts on that, about how he's handled business and all of that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he dug Errol last year. That ain't changing. I feel like he's a walking contradiction and be lying and shit. That ain't changing. But when it come to his family, when he talked about his grandmother, for instance, talked about the stuff he went through with his mom and the way that not having people in his corner, the type of dad that it made him into, you know, you can't do nothing but relate to that, you know what I'm saying, as a father yourself. So I was feeling that shit, bro, and I'm glad that they brought that up out of him, you know what I'm saying, so he can get to talk about that side of himself and kind of what molded him into the type of father that he's turned out to be. Also, what I liked about the interview at the beginning, hearing about, you know, we all know about him getting shot in the head, driving himself to the hospital, overcoming that, hearing that story just lets you know, it's a tough guy, bro. He tough. But again, I maintain he tough, but I think it's more bully tough. I got a feeling when, like I said in my prediction, when Errol really pressed that button on him, he gonna realize what the difference between a bully and a real dog. It's a dog no matter who in front of him. But we gonna see. We gonna see if I'm right or wrong. I can't wait. I can't wait till Saturday. But I loved hearing that side of it. And shout out to the Pivot podcast. We give credit where credit is due. Like, I was complaining on the live stream yesterday. I said this shit in the video. I was complaining about the questions and the flow of the interviews that these other media members was doing when it pertains to asking Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford questions. But you got to give the Pivot credit. They made them feel comfortable. They asked questions that were similar, of course, but the way that they was able to get answers up out of them, the way that they were able to relate to them, they are former athletes, and maybe that had something to do with it, but they former athletes that didn't go get degrees in journalism, that didn't go to college on how to ask questions and shit. They just were relatable, asked great questions, and listened, and then asked questions based off of some of Terence Crawford's responses. They did a phenomenal job. Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, and the homie Channing out there, man. They did a great job, bro. So shout out to them. Now let's get to the boxing shit though. So that's the real talk. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the boxing shit. And this is where all of the compliments and everything I said good, bro. Like, when you get to asking him about boxing, bro, everything is exaggerated. Everything is capped. Like, so there was one part of the interview where he was like, yeah, they said that Jeff Horn was going to do this to me. They said that Amir Khan was going to do that to me. They said that Kell Brook was going to do that. And, bro, I'm just listening to it like, nah, bro. Ain't nobody say Jeff Horn was going to do shit to you, bro. Ain't nobody like you been the favorite in every fight you ever fought in, bro. Didn't nobody say Jeff Horn was gonna do nothing with you. Then nobody, he was like, they said, hey, Bud catch Amir Khan, he can win, but if he don't catch him, Amir Khan can help out. What nobody saying that shit, bro? And that's where it's like, dog, just stop it, bro. Just stop it. So I found that funny. But you know, maybe that's part of the chip on the shoulder mentality. That's part of his persona to make it feel like the whole world against him. Boy, you ain't been an underdog in that nan fight, bro. Wasn't nobody checking for Jeff Horn, bro, or Amir Khan. Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. And then he talked about how there's always excuses when he beats these guys, and how you know, Sean Porter talked about his dad, and how Sean Porter wasn't in shape and all of that shit. Like, I mean, I would just say, bro, we can't help what fighters say after they fight you, number one, when it pertains to Sean Porter. But number two, bro, there was no excuses for Jeff Horn or Benavidez or Amir Khan or Mean Machine, bro, or David Avenese. It's just you did what people expected you to do. So the credit that you want, bro, you get that shit on July 29th. You beat Errol Spence Jr. So all that disrespect you feel, all of that vitriol you feel, feeling like people don't give you your credit, you get the credit that you deserve for the level of competition that you beat, bro. It just is what it is. And then he's still trying to ride. He talking about how people was calling. That's how you know he be watching YouTubers and shit, bro. Cause I don't know who said that shit first, but he was like, yeah, they call him David Avocado. They act like they don't know his name. He was number 6 in the rankings in the entire welterweight division, bro. He was number 6, but before he fought you, he wasn't ranked at all. They put him there to make it look like it was a good fight, bro. Them rankings paid and bought. You know what I mean? They paid for. You ain't fooling that. You might fool, you know, casual fans, like, cause them dudes casual. They did a great interview with them casual boxing fans and people watching this shit, but no diehard fan that really do this shit, bro. You ain't fooling nobody. David Avenese was not in the rankings until he was getting ready to fight Bud Crawford. And then he jumped in the rankings to make it look like it was a worthy opponent. But what he left out is that David Avenese was the opponent of someone that he had already knocked out. And that person knocked David Avenese out in Mean Machine. What he left out is that they paid a David Avenese opponent to step aside so that he could fight David Avenese. And he went and pulled a dude that already got a fight that happened to be knocked out by somebody he had already knocked out. What he left out is that he had an offer on the table to fight David Avenese and an offer on the table to fight Errol Spence Jr., but he chose to fight David Avenese instead, bro. That's where you got the criticism from, fam. You didn't get criticism just because you were fighting him and he was a nobody and he was trash. You were fighting him instead of Errol Spence Jr., bro. That's where the criticism came from. So when I hear people tell half of the story, that's what really gets me, this half of the story malarkey bullshit that these fighters try to do to sell. And if you don't know no better, if you ain't deep in the sport like that, if you not subscribed to this channel, then won't nobody tell you the real shit. So I thought that was funny. Then he got into talking about Errol Spence Jr., said he got respect for him, asked if Errol Spence was the best opponent. He gave the standard answer that everybody give, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's the best opponent I ever faced until somebody, you know, until I get in there with him. So yeah, I don't know, you know, if he's the best. Talked about the resume and shit. Errol rating him a 0.5 in his resume. He said, well, shit, I guess he just gonna be another 0.5 that I beat. I love that, bro. I like the interview, man. I like the interview. I thought that he answered some things good as it pertains to Errol Spence. He gave off the aura of being confident. He gave off the aura of believing in himself. You know what I'm saying? And that sound good. That's easy to do. But again, I told y'all, bro, when we talking about Monster in a way, when we was talking about Stephen Cool Boy Fulton, I said, listen, Cool Boy can tell y'all whatever he want to tell y'all, how confident he is, how he gonna have the power, how he the bigger man, how monster this, monster that. But then when you go and you complain about raps and shit and you doing and you got your team doing that, bro, forget what you told me about your confidence. You let me know right there you worried about that man's power. And he fought like that. So all this confidence shit about he can do this and he can do that and Errol is this and Errol is that, bro, like that sound good, but you went and negotiated a deal in a way to basically hold your belt hostage to get what you want. To hold your belt hostage to get more money, not a pursuit of greatness. To hold your belt hostage to get shit like a coin flip so you can walk out last and shit. Like, Those are the things that you know what I'm saying, fought for. And then he talked about how the fight came together too, the pay-per-views, and how it's gonna be a big event, so can't nobody tell him what his life is worth, and all of that. Again, speaking to the delusion and the arrogance of your numbers don't matter. Basically, all the shit that Errol did before this, he sold more than me, but I don't give a damn. He said, you look at what he did with Mikey Garcia versus what he did against Ugas, that shit dropped down because he ain't have a dance partner. He ain't had this. Well, bro, his shit with Ugas was still more than you did with any pay-per-view fight that you ever been in. He did more with Ugas than you did with Sean Porter. He did more with Sean Porter than you did with Sean Porter. So that lack of awareness, bro, to understand what the business should have been and not understand how prideful you were being, not understand how you really put yourself in a position to look like you going after the money and not after the victory. Again, this could all, you know what I'm saying? This could all just be, he could be the genius in the situation. He win July 29th, he looked like a genius. So, I mean, it's on the line, we gonna see. But I just believe when it goes back to confidence, bro, somebody that's confident in what they gonna do, they don't negotiate for every little single thing. Somebody that's confident, to me, in my opinion, they do what Errol did. Man, get that shit to him, bro. Get it. He asking for what, man? I don't care about that. I'm gonna beat his ass anyway. Give it to him. He asking for that over there too, man. I don't care. Get that shit to him. I'm gonna beat his ass anyway, bro. Like here on this, you know what I'm saying? So here on this YouTube shit, everybody know I rock with BFTB. You know what I'm saying? I rock with a lot of people that make content. I rock with, I think, Boxing Ego. I think Champ Side. I think Showbiz the Adult, Blue Blood Sports TV, Everything Boxing, Money Brown TV. Everybody that make content on here, bro, doing your thing, salute to you. But I believe I'm that guy, bro. I believe I know more boxing than all of them. Just straight up telling y'all the facts. So when it comes to a boxing debate, for instance, if any of them want to debate me on whatever topic they want to debate me on, right? I'm not gonna hold up the debate trying to worry about who going first, cause I believe in what I'm gonna do to them, all of them, bro. And there's no shade, no disrespect. I believe in me, bro. So I'm not gonna be in there be like, say, bro, nah, listen, man, listen. If we can't do a coin flip to see who go first in round one, then, bro, we might not have to debate. Or if you one of these channels that way bigger than me, got more viewership than me, I'm not gonna be fighting to have a debate on my platform. Cause I believe in myself. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna get it popping with your ass. Cause I know what I'm gonna do to you, regardless of what your chat say. And that's just how I'm coming, bro. That's just me. So I know what real confidence look like in your realm, in your shit that you do. And to me, real confidence in boxing look like what I'm getting from Errol Spence. So the interview was good, it sound good. But real confidence to me look like, oh yeah, give it to him. Yeah, he want that, give it to him. More money, give it to him. Real confidence don't look like, look, I know I'm making the most money I could ever make, but let me get a little bit more anyway. Look, I know I'm making the most money I can make. I know I got a chance to be the 2-time undisputed champion in 2 separate weight classes, the first man to do that shit in the 4-belt era. But hey, let me get a coin toss to see who walk out last. That shit don't look like real confidence to me, bro. It might look like that shit to some of y'all, but it don't look like it to me, fam. And that's all I'm trying to tell y'all, right? And so when I'm listening to the interview and I hear this aura of confidence, it's cool, sound good, but I know what you did to get this fight. I know what you did to hold up the fight. So I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying what you selling. And then the last thing, bro, before I get y'all out of here, right? Stop talking about yourself in the third person, bro. Stop switching between third person and first person. That shit, that's cringy as hell, bro. I'm just, win, lose, or draw, don't nobody want to hear nobody like me saying like, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to Knockout Boxing 86 TV channel. Knockout got a great channel. Knockout is doing his thing. Knockout is doing his debate series. Knockout be having the open panels. Check out Knockout with his fire predictions and shit. People gonna be like, bro, you are Knockout, bro. You Knockout. Why you saying check out Knockout predictions when they your predictions, fam? Why you saying subscribe to Knockout channel when you are Knockout, bro? The shit just don't sound right, bro. It don't come off. It don't come off right. It seems like you trying a little too hard to be taughty. You know what I mean? Trying a little too hard to have your nose up in the air. But other than that, bro, the real shit that he was talking, like I said at the beginning of the video, bro, much respect. I think that shit cool. The boxing shit he was talking though, I ain't feeling it, bro. Cause it's so much cap in there. So much cap about contracts and pay-per-views and shit. So much cap about people talking about Jeff Horn, we're gonna do this to him, or Amir Khan, we're gonna do that to him, bro. That's cap. Like, shit, bro, that cap like this shit on my head, bro. Stop. All that bullshit. But I can't wait. What's today? Tuesday? I'm shooting a video on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days away, bro. 3 days away. And I know y'all Bud fans getting nervous and shit, cause we mad accurate with the prediction. Y'all know what I got. I got Errol watching that boy. And it ain't cause I'm from Dallas and he from Dallas. It cause I think it's a gap there. Just like I thought it was a gap with Cool Boy and Monster. I told y'all what Monster was gonna do to him. I thought it was a gap between Fundora and fucking Lubin. Told y'all what Fundora was gonna do to him. I told y'all there was a gap between Ugas and fucking Manny. I told y'all there was a gap between Joe Cusimano and fucking Adam Kalnaki. I'm telling y'all, bro. It's a gap here. Errol about to dog walk that boy, man. But y'all go check out my prediction I dropped yesterday on the live stream for Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford. Check out my Monster Nui video that I dropped earlier today. And you know, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notification. I appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, man.